to an opposition party. Really? Or say an opposition party to support elections results coalition. Eti one and opposition party no the NDC. Pajotie niye pa. Hey Ghana. Oh, okay. Number 5. 5,135,000 allegedly paid to special aid of president-elect. Ono ye wanya mami president-elect allegedly ye wanya sister ye friend Joyce Bauer. Really? Wow. Eti according to report Aduboahen sisika no enye onu nkwa ne di no ma cheche sika na wona so obiaso. In fact, the president aid mami so na yenim so president aid, so we a matter of urgency. Say John Mahama fi say asamu Aduboahen ka no onim ho bia, they should come out now. Say President Mahama fi say Aduboahen asamu dia batu dwai woni na attorney general, they should come out now to clear their names, because God they chop our money. It's in a so to say, Obi ye choka ti namutedi ne peja obeka ne nuasem. It is says sika kakraka nyina no. Say President Mahama, according to the omokain, according unu offers ne ho. 5 million Ghana cedi. Mwaje. Wow. Na sase mean eya asemu a Ghana fo na adwa yie pa na omuti hu nkoma ase yentimi ntena se ema sa asemu nkoso ne ba ne say ya na MPP fo no Ghana fo ehwe monim say you should come out early as possible to claim or to distance yourself, say, because oko Parliament Defense Committee no MPP fo so was be. Now you should come out to let Ghanaians know, say sikane bayana sama na in line with national security policy womra kwa so say mo chiche sa sikane ma mo ho ana na adwuma mo de ye no mo betimi account for ana enya sa it is mo yenhwe MPs ni de ne say MPs on Defense and Interior Committee 960,000 Ghana cedi, 960,000 Ghana cedi, almost a million Ghana cedi. Ghana ninya wa millionaire. Wow. Na sasika wem nyina timi akọ gudia MPP fwe Ghana fo ne say mo na mbetimi abeka de wom se mo ameka sisem esisem MPP fo no beka de sa asem wom sa mpase sasika we kọ sa members ne ho anya sa ede enu ngwase beba yentie yenuan wa ya analysis about sa de wi ne yentie wo mo nyina call for the MPP leadership ne say they should come out number clear omudi, because we Ghana sika no mo to ye pa 49 million Ghana cedi enye sika ketwa meba sisi ya
thousands, millions of Ghanaian youth yet unborn and those born today alive ne didi agrono. And I'm hoping and praying as I may say, we MPP ni, we NDC, now we have opportunity to speak on this. Speak as a Ghanaian.
And now manyo.
And I'm praying, say, these critical questions, legal and governance questions are Richard the last guy asked, will be answered in all honesty and in truth. Now, how many with you? After 2 days, so mama yanwa, and a pedia, Babu Bobby what the Benya could have answered? Come on, Yano, this is why I have always been saying, say, there are some people around the Tabaumia, Papa, do away with them. Hey, there are some people around you, they just see you as a cash cow. Now, me see Lucia, Nedia, Yamina, and Adumo.
Mr. Yami Bay,
Yamina Buano. And if we don't get things right, and you can Japan, and you bow me as it can even be Nanado, and as a J. Ekofo. If the MPP do not sit down and act right and get the right people to entrust some responsibilities into their care, we should forget it.
Me say,
as a man
and can the credibility from Bay and from say when Anado started in 1996, you could see people around him whose ultimate wish was to see Anado as a president. That Anado leads the NPP and bring the party to power. Even though not party in power, they will take advantage. But they were more interested in winning power than satisfying themselves first. But an idea, there are a lot of people around Otabaumia. Papa Nyanda no mudo wo. They think it's an opportunity they have gotten to make money.
Ombotom na. And no as a party could have share.
Any tree about could be cry or no dear.
Any bottom.
Bro, what or not?
Obi betima trade party is simple. Obi betima trade, obi betima sell it out simple. And so the leader that we are going to choose tomorrow for the NPP, from polling station to electoral area coordinators, constituency, region, and national.
Interesting times. Hey, on my way, party. Just a chrono, hey, we are so kuma chrono, nice washing ye pow. It is a kind of gusano. It will man sikan it me good, just say, if you gusa. Hey, Nanti, and this if we crown on my bay gigi, just a debia no katakata near my soul, because almost supporters didn't be some questions. Go said the Sikano, if you go say. Na wo ma hyede bukata bi kompeso mu na akwa no na kwa kana no atom e na anya yie na apagya anya yie anko mo koye bukata bi akata no so wante ase eti the leadership of the NPP party we ni mu bra esem bayi mu ho ano esese mu bayi mu ho ano nya saa ye beso jagumo so you best so just serious at the so I'm telling you. And this is Joyce Bauer. One in the president, John Mahama, a bread to say they should come out to clear their names. Because they are so shameful, said the Amuya no a cansem. Esh, Sikana Mutini Sano, or Mudiska Kash. Because any person say, any paran and waba seminal. Because they say, would not kono, on Shemi and Fanning Kotum. On prima yen for non kotum da. Nessa muche sikani 49 million Ghana cedi enye sika ketwa. Hey Ghana form sikani nyunugu sano. Sikani timi nyunugu form te se ensuo adai. Boni be na Ghana ye. Eti we de MPP for ye de we ni anso so eni amatanta say so. Se mo ama bonten na mo am press conference. Am kirem mo am wo defense committee ni so. Na mo mechire magana fo na hu I said the best ye mono ebe gemonsem because we Ghana sem we Ghana sem mo MPs no mo ka ho bi mo se dey defense mo defense wo me frɛ honorable Collins Osu Amankwa say chairman me frɛ no wonfa so MPP leadership should come out na ehiafo brea na magimo sika in the name of tax na politician mu etino obi e pre so be politician adai obi e pre eden wo ade anka sika nim se bibi ede ntino obi apeso be politician adai what is the secret say we nyina hwesero mo si ache sika na di taso mu kan eye no kure pa hwesero mo si ache sika na di pa hwe now Joyce Bauer a presidential aid say 5 million Ghana cedi. No, 500,135, almost a million, $500,000. Ako di Joyce Bauer, according to reporting, akodi Joyce ba wa ne bra ho akodi wo mo ho na lady way wo de hwe wote opposition na no twetwetwe wo de hwe.
This fight against corruption has just started. It will certainly be one that we intend to win.
Okay, but you know, I like that you admit that the wheels of justice grind slowly sometimes, but certainly it will take us to where we want to get to. But would you then disagree with those who say that, you know, maybe in the fight against corruption with this whole oral thing, you're just selling a dream to the ordinary Ghanaian that, yes, because from the way the promises are being made, it appears that in the next 3 months, in the next 1 year, in the next 2 years, state funds will be recovered because a picture has been painted that all these corruption scandals under the outgone government will be recovered as soon as the president takes office.
Would you, for example, not want to know how we arrived at all the monies paid to David Ajayi, for example? Would you not want to know? Do you not want to know that if he's been paid in excess of whatever it is that he's done, that he'll be able to return the balances, whatever is outstanding to the state coffers?
But that's not the promise that you made. You said you will recover the funds. You didn't say that you're going to tell us how the monies were paid to him.
Why? Because if you investigate, what are you investigating? You are investigating first and foremost to gather evidence. You are investigating to challenge that whatever payments have been made were illegal, were unlawful, and ought not to have been paid. And once you establish that prima facie case, you then go on to go and do what? To recover. That is a process. And that is a process that every Ghanaian is expecting. And that is even a process better than what you were promised in the past, even with the Office of Special Prosecutor.
Because still, the funny thing is, where you saw a lawyer, who case be omudie, who court be omuko, and I'm a lawyer, and the Ghana need to me call, or we law school, no done second. It's mammy, would your can't a case your mammy a dear debit me a money sika, or live with our lavish life no. My present nearby. Ni pay yes say. O mani yetimuni yesro womo mumu sana say ni pay yes say wo case ben wadi a landmark case I timi mani sika mo case be ya show records public court of public records e dey case na mami wadi pa Ghana for say case wadi asunti timi mani sika a wo live sa konko life na ya no live no. And so they will come to the media and then they will almost spitting nonsense to the ears of foolish people. Na omunemu na omunya opposition no omuke kansem also to opposition we will do this we will and what you bam why silent Joyce Bawa enkaso de be kokoto we die omabodin wona now ye president Mahama candidate Mahama wona ye ni aid besin ne almost the president elect aid we are criticizing you say we think it's you. If it's not you, come out and disprove us. Period. When you court the court no biao. On the yeah no se me do court. Why yeah se me do court. Where do watch it? Where do watch it? And now we will do them, we will investigate it and we today come out. Joyce Bawa. Come out oh ye new factory bia. So we extra business sir. Eso me hu no. Edi adwuma na maami woye tese ne ofa ne president ne nua ne president se ne so ne ofa so de yin no sika oni pay yesay o pay yesay. This is interesting. What kind of country is this? Na mo bo mine from sao adey.
You heard about how they went after Madam Sister Dapa, for example. You saw the prosecution that took place in court. You remember her very hot exchanges with the lawyer Martin Pebu, for example, on the premises of the High Court. Look, there are ways in which we can fight these things. What happened to all the monies that were stolen, even by the servants in Auntie Cecilia's house, for example? What happened to the monies that were found in their own possession? They were confiscated by the special prosecutor. What I am telling you now is that I believe that what you are asking is that how will you know? And I am sure that we will be putting together a very good communication strategy as we go forward. Certainly these monies will not go to waste. How can you lose $11.8 million in Palugo example and have no, dam to show for it? We must find these monies. We must recover these monies. And certainly if we even have to set up serious anti-corruption courts specifically to work on these matters, then so be it. So let's see who becomes Attorney General.
Is that what the president intends to do?
The president has beautiful intentions, great intentions. And I have no doubt that Ghanaians want to see us deliver on the promise to fight corruption. to recover wasted state resources. Don't forget, you mentioned the banking crisis, for example, and that is actually one thing that is on the hearts of many Ghanaians. Look at the number of jobs that were lost, Sewa. In some cases, couples, husband and wife, both bankers, lost their jobs.
America for movie beyond. I'm friend movie name some friend investigation. I'm saying minimum what sa movie we have a sa series ni be. Your friend investigation. When say omo crime bi si na yakɔ hwemu a wo mo ya omo kasa bebre no wo mo na ya no case ni yakɔchi later be hu na wo mo na ya sa de no investigation brother again means also ta hwɛ sa de ni bia US for series your friend investigation yes a basic crime scenes and FBI cases in sa man yes say wo mo kɔ abonte no mo kɔ information a say yakun obi wo area ha wo mo kasa bebre di akire no wo mo na ya na case ni wo mo nim hu bi yes CSI yes womu ye de no womu na case no womu ka ho also so what so mami womu allege say wudi ka ho bi o emeyo wa ma every day you be boarding yes every day you be boarding unu nua no opa mo meyi mo ano because ma boarding and da say no political digger say Aduboahen to Yoko 500,000 135 allegedly paid to the special aid of president-elect Mahama obey president-elect John Dramani Mahama and na wo ye ni aid besine enne besine eti enya wo a wo se nyamia yes enya wo a se nyamia you should come out 500,000 abedi mo ho mudi akoye mudi ye campaign movie say say auto opposition no or running the mouth etu Akufuado me see case be na ma me court be na ya wo ye no sorry na wa hye ni wo ye lawyer wo kuro base wo court be ya case be ya bokoko case wadi bia na ma me e amoma me hunu case wadi court be pa no wati wakogina
in that rationalization. And if after all these years you and I can only speak to the matter of Mr. Aduboahen and his bank in particular, something must be wrong with our society. And we know that this is one of the things that in the next 120 days, a conversation will be taking place about these banks, for example. So, Sawa, it is a day at a time. It is work in progress. One thing I can be very, very confident in is that Mr. Mahama has given us hope. There's a lot of optimism. There's a lot of reassurance. And with that reassurance comes with enormous responsibility.
All right.
Don't forget that on governance, we're also looking at the constitutional review process.
Certainly, and that's then my next, because Absolutely. I told you we're going to look at the speech of the president. Yeah. And he talks about governance
4
reforms.
thematic areas.
Yes, so
economic restoration, for example. He speaks about it beautifully.
We will get there, but let's now focus on governance reforms. Yeah. What exact reforms is he talking about?
You know, let me use the level of partisanship in our government institutions. That is the first step. That we must, of course, take a very close look at our governance institutions. You see, there's something that this overly partisan environment has done. It is also why it has bred so much corruption that all of us did not even anticipate. That when the English dictionary talked about nepotism, it didn't talk about 1 or 2 of your family or friends operating. It speaks about when large numbers of family members operate.
Okay, I was out at you. You see, the reason why I conform is one double standard and quantity on the video. On set, Unya Kufuado Nedie, nepotism, and family and friends. Mammy, why as presidential staff for you to Yanaka? Mama, Mamum, so Koshemua, Minoka say. Say, what beat ya Kufuado cry? Said there was a sunny bush your phone, chrome for no let me marry Chajapa, Ninia, Salif one. What Tessamahama bush your foot go up by Kufuado cry, say 1 year. It was a see fear NDC me and save your life. Throw NDC near where politician and save your life. Kufuado, sort here, family and friends, and nepotism, and Kufuado, and friends, and no so on. Says, oh, come, Mamma, esremfo a wɔn yɛ Mahama abusuafo the direct indirect descendants and family and friends a wɔn wɔ NDC mu Akufo-Addo sɛ wɔnyɛ hwee sɛ Akufo-Addo anyɛ hwee wɔn sɛ media na yɛ silent because yɛtwa 78 million Ghana cedi yɛn nkyɛn wɔn ni ɔnso osi hɔ ɔnso ɔyɛ staffer sɛ ayi shadow vice president ayi so eti nkrɔfo wɔ mu yɛ nkrɔfo a wɔka wɔn sɛ wɔbɛka sɛ bi a wɔta wɔn yɛ diabolic. Just dishonest people are would do wɔn anymore and no mean a ball mine so tina Ghana no and no me at mine so because of where musa no wɔn di Ghana n'anim no wɔn nka no korɛ yes very dishonest people akɔtwifo wɔn nka no korɛ ne di wɔn n'anim asɛ wɔn yɛ ɛhiafo wɔn ho sika kakra ti no da bia no wɔn fom sika de sie wɔn di wɔn kurom a na wɔn ahyɛ ntaare foforɔ na wɔn kuromfo no ho kyerɛ wɔn nka wo ayi wɔn nka. And nepotism and nepotism, Akufo-Addo nepotism and this for bro from Kaya no, and then nepotism so bro from Munimano no. And today the anya nepotism bill. And the anya nepotism. What a shame. And then make us say fear NDC ni, surrender ni, ne save your life. One surrender ni me say some NDC ni kasana wu tiepe na wu jidi when your problem. It is when you are the infection. Nepotism
government to the point of presidential daughters and children, then you have a big problem. Because even investigating these things becomes a big challenge. When you can't
we no can't say abamua wo fa se wunua ene won kontafo unua nuam wo no corruption wo nti we se yawie waboa ye sama ha mama mu de dream die corruption be mad than a bebem. Because no TA any allege say 5 million, 500,000. Ninia Calicious, and chief of staff, a secretary to the president. And you know, Abusuafo bebre, omudini not necessarily mood mintimo. Bebre, Richard Jakpa, one in Nina, woman I Mahama Abusuafo. Richard Jakpa, ya would insuffer, woman I Mahama Abusuafo. Joyce Baway, Ononukunu, or won't be Malik Basintellan for penny position. And this young woman here can also Womufis woman here, woman here for Omabe politics, woman Yasuma menka. Nemo more can for the Yamuyaska for the other Namoba may abandon him. I said, ye, here for Yen and Cassie at Tana ban him. So, imagine. Oh, this some of this notness, you own their intentions. On say, Omo imagine say mo am was out na mo yakanfo no mo de mo hia sese mo ba pan nim da bi ye hiafo ene yakọ school nti mo ma ye serve government ye de ye right yes serve government anu tina Rollins 79 coming 81 Ghana customs sabra from SEPs customs preventive whatever omo ye mo adwen say omo ma kan ni bi anya sa adwuma ni bi omo ma kan ni bi anya sa adwuma ni bi omo yi nipa ni nyina fio say aso omo hu ni say eyesremfo na ye hiafo nti sabia mu on quote omo na ye hiafo na omo akoskuti omo na fit so be ya ban adwuma mo akamfo dem nko business but for mo ya we and this are a bunch of crooks who are omo na ama corruption Ghana corruption dodo ni nyina free most nordness and airways most of them and ama Ghana corruption aba ban omo pa omo challenge ni yen kire omo Ghana corruption war man no most of these northern government workers and some of these votarians and nama Ghana corruption aye more because so per corruption and war customs most no mo ye adwuma ho no voter region for open corruption war military mu soldier mu bibia mu wo mu nyina dodo no free the northern part and the voter region. Why? Ubesu unso asem we ya we wonim secret no because omo ka kire am sa akanfo ni nko school nti omo mpa ban adwuma enye so omo nko school omo mpa ban adwuma sa no mo keka because aban adwuma sika akanfo no hu say aban adwuma sika nim etira no mo ye business no omo mpa ban adwuma no eti kakra bi na ewom enti wo pe corruption pa wo de tell me sameboa mo am wo comment section Ghana corruption war customs a harbor a airport woman and doors most of this airways ah we NDC for sanity as we me cat wo opa ko hwem na semboa eti omo corruption na ama Ghana ye bleedy oman no Rollins ade odisa obesisa some part of nordness any ewe forward wo gugu position omo na eye so corrupt ebesi ne bribe gie won tie sable no ho ye nuama no kofo mo ni ma free Togo ni Abidjan Nigeria Lagos no mo called China ba abufu sama wo mu ni se wono ye eweni na Rollins de na ba ho ye NDC ni PNDC ni eyi na hisa wo kan ni no wo ye business na utimi kra ne ma wo sika santi se wo de onema no be ko free party ka aboa ye nuanom ya we o ye nuanom e wo kantamanto mo ko fa ne ma wo be ji obetimi create and omo kan wo bi na omo create different levels bribe e wo port ho to your way o ko sa na we ye hia wo kwam o ko we na we ye hia wo ko omo de wo tanti omo ni so omo break you down do obi okra na ye sa sizi uniama no eye na hi esa no mo ye ho tani pan do no so nyina free north na voter period eti Ghana say wo pa omo de corruption aba ban mu a eye some awares and some nodness wonka ho a memodin wonka ho a memodin wo ti ase o person obetimi akọhwe from 79 coming na hwe ade hwe omo no mo ye adwuma abem go and check it and see it yourself. Yeah, and obi aka ohima aka no omo nya hu se wo ya akani na wo akofa niema na wo hu se wo ye business ajawadwo omo timi jew niema ne si wo na de meme na na no krantema meme na na krantema ukodwema ya pata wo ye tontema yeah etra me pen to me de boy ti kura sa na ma ya mi so nyina yeah ye tontema to kenten niema bebre yeah meme na tontema adwem sa wo this 97 years kransa no en ya busunya japade sa na esi wo sa en to aso sa ni nua to aso sa busunya niema etimi nya se me yes GNTC see wo munya hu se wo no wo din na wo ya kani awurade so wo ye kwani wo ya kwapin wo ya santini wo ye fan wo boa na ne wuta wo munya hu so sa ya santini kura de ne jejejeje so wo munya hu so ya santini a en ne jejejeje wo mo no mo asemo bi atiesi wo mo so asemo bi atiesi wo mo so enti we no ye twetwetwetwe no on so o ya manipa bi e von no buatie but e bredu say mo amani afie no mo nka kire wo no mo ye hu wo politics sa wo dirty politics no mo ye no eno na be save wo man no eno ne be save wo man no we wo kan o madwa o obi o say o dis yaba de se de o di bed de se me person niam bi o mo de ahinta bi na meka eno na me meka o yeah me ti bi da bia me tie nkomo ne bi sua de me say the type of politics no mo use sa northern voter hegemony no mo ye no it is about time we stop that nonsense because Rollins ye ne say obi ye hiani na wono nane maame na wo ama wo mo branya no kore nsati an we anya pe wo mo nya no kore nsati anya pe and these people and womo nananom atwa sasa bone na to ho and sa wonya smarter ubehu womo sa so mo ye vulnerable womo nya vulnerable they pretend. I'm telling you, so cause a nordness a politics win nisika na wudi agro and crofona holy sika but adwem bonintino they don't use the money to develop their own people. But most of this account for no omo pese o say ye wo bebu bi say kuntunu hwe ne nchia na be continue onya sika kro pese ode ye bibi won achi eti se say wo track na obehu ni fie obehu ni company eti wan hwe ya obeka say wo ye kromfo because one in but most of this nordness and some of these votarians they keep the money and they die. They will keep the money. They will miya juma juma man and crofo nya bi nya da or this can be share up to foundation if a form. And this for na e be wura Apollo wokas wo ni sika wo di agro. Wo wo sika to wo mutimi sponsor boni bia mutimi sponsor and this for Rollins tete wo no. Omutimi sponsor boni bia but on fasika ni miadwuma dati wo hu anu ahyehye ti bi no de pen ahye ne asei no wo cambrofo omo ye bad munim wo ntia omo ye bad sika omo wo bi papa hwe abamba bi to ka so ni sika wo nim de wo ka o wo sika enso da bia wo se wa hyefu gu bi na wa ye sei no ayɛ te sɛ ayi jetile no namu on say wɔyɛ so yare wɔkɔ aburukyiri no nam no ayɛ sɛ no namu saa enso manson wo sika abamba bi wo sika won na wɔyɛ policy ne parliament lobby bi nam ho yɛ ne hwɛ defense wo ka sɛ sika we o mo ka no o ka sɛ hwɛ sika yi o ka sɛ omo no omo nim omo ne wahai nye parliament di MPs di na PM wa no wayɛ MP bɛ sɛ Mugabe wo ka sɛ omo ni sika wo di agro omo wo sika papa but omo yɛ criminals e wo omo adwenem eti NDC for no omo fa sika ne ma bonti ma hu da ti da bia no obi ayɛ ya to omo yɛ ha mo se mo hwɛ akanfo no ye mo hwɛ honorable Kennedy Japan hwɛ ne factories hwɛ na adwuma na akane so obebo dawura mo hu so wa adwuma bebree enti quickly and you talk cocaine and any why cromfo so wasa no mo yo we know all this deal hwɛ ya nyankoda yenim kini nyina mo hwɛ mo hwɛ ni business oh no any any why criminal oforiata ken oforiata wono watena America ye bank adwuma wo ba Ghana no woni bank dada ba ya no for say wa wi sika because ye hu na adwuma ye nim say data bank ye ne dia eti wono no NDC no o mie bi da ko wagimi ono nko bi adwuma ne hu no na chi most of them eno mo nyina wo we even na wo hwe me we not nani asema make say critical so odwene wa me nka say wo NDC for asem na make no it we not na enyima ho tie de make no menyima ho wo yes sir you are defending nonsense enyima ho me say NDC for wo sika NDC notness they have money even some of them have money than as they account people but they don't want to show the money for you to see one me adwuma onye on to ata de papa kura bi nhye wo be ne mu no omu a bebre sika omo bari no omo dem ehye dem no wawu agya hoko because of their adwempone ntia one echrom Rollins na ye omo saa JJ Rollins na ye omo saa eti we osuwa ya anwenwenwenwenwenwenwen wo sika wo politics wo de ye ba once omo no omo ye through politics none of them and ye a wo ye sikani none of them NDC for no all of them are benefited from politics in Ghana. It is life you want to live politics sika. Omo was Mahama wo sika na na manfo di nkɔ ne bra sika yi nti we are sure said the one ne bra city do we sure say Ibrahim nko sika no do we sure say Ibrahim nko sika ni na dai enya nkoda sa omo ye bad eno nya sa o de ti asem bi oba be kanwa
has served as finance minister even until he overstayed his welcome, when he himself is in a conflicted situation where he owns a bank, an investment bank, and continues to get business while serving as finance minister. These are all matters the Ghanaians are interested in.
But Joyce, you're also related to the president. Does that mean that you shouldn't receive any appointment?
Absolutely. There was just one of me. And before Mr. Mahama even became vice president, I was a very, very active member of the National Democratic Congress. Like I said, there will always be overlaps.
I mean, yes, you were an active member of the NDC.
That there wasn't
Ken a member of the NPP as well?
And in fact, a financier of the NPP. But he babysat Akufo-Addo until he was made finance minister. Should he then not?
So should
have been more
would
diligent?
You advocate that no relative of any president is given an appointment?
That is impossible the world over. But ask yourself, how many relatives? Should the president's wife and children? Should the president's brothers and sisters? Should the president's daughters and sons? Just imagine that for a minute. Mr. Mahama wanted to bring all... I am actually an extended family member, to put it mildly. So...
say the canning also or canning face. You see how NDC Mahama Busia for me canning. On say or conan or yet to say I'm just na Gabi Ochida could over Kufu out 7 of Nayas P on. I'm this. You see how it so when you're smart now, more conformance, just some two will be Caribbean in the part of young who you're mobile. And no problem, no. It will him say, Mono dear, easy to canning a canning cast wombeti was a only liar sankasa. Oh, that be I'm this now a jedi. But Akufo-Addo the boss omo no Akufo-Addo gabi o chire da kon hwan and the omo the passion e kan. Eti misramu sia politics no omo ye no. Yes, and a proud Africa. Omo bullshit and some we bullshit shia omo. The same opposition. Munye bullshit shia omo ai. E dey no. I know mo kwa ni ma tro die o. No mo kwa na emobo. Wo de wo na wo to say eseremuni a wo ye NDC ni ye pol emobo. Agro mo ni so sika e wo mo ho no. Woni wan kwa study. Yanku yanim. Ni video no ko oya hye mabufuo. Min ye ntie bi oya hye mabufuo. Yanku yanim. Eti secret ne say sa maami e na sese ni dia PM. Your friend Joyce Bawa. Eti ye so won ne bra ne wofa Mahama. Omomra bonten na ombeyi omo ano. Na MPP for so ohene ba adu says wo wasem ka kire me support the okana pa MPP for mpanifo.
Thousands, millions of Ghanaian youth yet unborn, and those born today alive near Didi Agrono. And I'm hoping and praying that me say, oh yeah, MPP ni, oh yeah, NDC, now we have opportunity to speak on this. Speak as a Ghanaian.
And now, man,
and I'm praying, say, these critical questions, legal and governance questions are Richard the last guy asked, will be answered in all honesty and in truth.
Why they go answer?
Now how will I go with you? After 2 days, so mama yanwa, and a pedia metra, Babu Bobu is over your phone.
What the Benya could do?
Come on, Yano, this is why I have always been saying, there are some people around the Tabaumia, Papa, do away with them. Hey, there are some people around you, they just see you as a cash cow.
Now, me see Lucy and Eddie. Yamina and Adumo.
Me see the Yami Bay Bia.
Yamina Buano.
If we don't get things right, and you can Japan some, and you bow me as it can even be Nanado, and as a J. Ekofo. If the MPP don't sit down and act right and get the right people to entrust some responsibilities into their care, we should forget it.
Me say.
As a man,
and can the credibility from
when Anado started in 1996.
Yes, now point in the say, you see, MPP for no home. I told down no more no me I'm fed up with these people. Where we are so any pabonini, ye man who yakono. And many pabonini who yakono win wakase oko obabe fighting and why yakona wino. Min temwase. NDC for mu mo say ade enya nwa se mo no mu chesikadi enya nwa. Minim die ntia mo 4 years am say da mo say 8 years 10 years. E die nti na wo ma NDC for be ya kono ansa na wo be fight wo mo we politically. Enkrofo na shase di nsemfon. Stand up mon set up na mon organize with the media communication skill na mo nya time on mo tra se mo ho ya kono. Abehye adwuma abeye saa mo nkwasoa ayi hwan ayi resetting no na wo de abe persecute mu ansa na mo be fight back munya sharp kronfo ye ma na hunya akono o ma na hunya akono a obeka so no nyina ne bokoro no e sa nete so ma kronfo ho ya akono obeka kire nipa se me no nyina ne bokoro no ye ma ememendis for hunya akono ansa na ma fight back o tie de ye ka kire no game na shall today unto the last day what am I say mo trase kofo we munim se do mo se games no o ma dada nipa no boys no still na boys ni ji wo mo die o o munim se da mo betimi abechichi magum na mo awia de enkosi hwe eye dede kwa anse ba ko pe ja no hwe edin eba ba ko pe a trigger no die eba muti wasana ase moye mo hu te se mo hu sa unim se sa we sa try